Hey, shout out to Boxing Bros UK. I appreciate the interview and can't wait to come back to it.
Hello, everybody. This is Boxing Bros UK here. I am a His the Boss quiz. Topic of the day is Ben Shalom. He's done it. He's finally come out of the woodworks. We found him, and he's sorted his deal on the BBC. And here's what he had to say about it. Announcing it, I believe, yesterday on Talksport, the morning show. So
good morning, this is Talksport Breakfast. It's Ray Parlat and Natalie Sawyer with you until 10, and we're going to bring you some exciting news that's landed overnight for fans of boxing. Top promotional company and friends of Talksport, Boxer, have announced a new partnership with BBC Sport. The move will see world-class professional boxing return to Saturday night primetime television and BBC iPlayer as well on free-to-air basis. The new deal opens boxing up to all audiences, making the sport more accessible than ever. And full details of the first fight undercard and BBC Sport presenting team will be announced in the coming weeks. Pleased to say, joining us to talk more about this is the founder and CEO of Boxer, Ben Shalom. Ben, morning.
Good morning, Ben.
Morning.
A bit early for you, Ben.
Far too early. I should be on the lunchtime show. I have made that. No, but good to be with you.
firstly, what the fuck does Ray Parler know about boxing? Like, I never get this. Like, football people, like, you've never boxed, or you've never even seen them near a fight. You've not even been watching a fight in the crowd, and they're on here commentating about boxing. I don't get a Talksport sometimes, but anyway, carry on.
It's been an amazing 24 hours.
What an announcement. How long has this been in the making?
Long time. It was something that I didn't think would be possible. It was something that we dreamt of doing, was bringing boxing back to primetime BBC. I think it's been 25 years, and it's what you want from the sport. You know, it's how the sport develops, it's how it grows, it's how it creates the household names. This sport of boxing is sort of taking over at the moment. I think the younger audiences as well, they're all engaging, but for us, it's how do we get it?
The young people do not watch BBC. They watch Netflix, Amazon Prime. They don't watch BBC One and BBC Two. I can tell you that now. So I really, this is not a good move.
In front of the biggest possible audience. I have to thank everyone. I have to thank the BBC because, you know, for them, this is a monumental move to put, as I say, world-class boxing on primetime television.
And if you like sport, Saturday nights is the day, isn't it? To stay in and boxing on just before match of the day.
It is. So everything all week will be shown on the BBC iPlayer, and then we'll have the best slot I think you could possibly ask for. A couple of 2.5 hours leading into match of the day, multi-fight, multi-year deal. So I think obviously it's amazing for us and myself and Boxer and the fighters, but I genuinely believe for the sport it's a historic moment for boxing, and we're always competing for eyeballs with other sports. We're always wanting to be on the front pages, and this puts us firmly in the front page.
But also when you consider there are a lot of sports that, yes, you have to pay a subscription for, but still there are a lot that are accessible on free-to-air viewing. So to have boxing now as part of that, as you say, to just try and garner new fans of boxing, it's just brilliant.
It's the big cards and that sort of stuff. That now there's an opportunity to get their names out there, isn't there? Especially on BBC.
I think when you look at the sport, Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury have held it up for a very, very long time, and they're still sort of fighting here and there, but coming towards the end of the career. You worry about who's the next star, who's the household name, and you have a lot of talented fighters not being seen, not being built in the same way those guys were, and therefore not being able to carry the sport in the same way. This opportunity gives the next Anthony Joshua, the next Olympians, the next guys that want to make their name in their first 10, 15 fights to be seen by millions and millions of people. And I think it's those guys, it's the guys that want to be next Anthony Joshua, the guys that want to be the next Tyson Fury before they naturally will migrate as a pay-per-view star. The quickest and the best and the fastest and the most powerful way of becoming a household name is on primetime television.
He is killing us. He is killing us with that. I cannot believe that is a massive step backwards. A massive step. You heard it out of his own mouth. Out of his own mouth. They dressed it up. If you're smart, you would have spotted it. But they dressed it up like this is going to be the best thing since sliced bread. Basically, what he's doing, he's just going to become like a Channel 5, where they just go on there and fight for British titles, Commonwealth titles, maybe European, and that's it. And then when a fighter's going for world titles, they won't be fighting on BBC and they will be leaving Ben Shalom. and they won't be fighting on the BBC channel ever again, because once they take that step from that European level at the height to getting onto world level and being a contender, that's it. It's like Channel 5 2.0. This is a massive step back. This is not the direction that he was going with Sky. He was going with Sky and he was teetering, borderline trying to get on that world level and get world champions. Like, Bacoli obviously let him down, but before that, after knocking out Anderson, he was a boogeyman. He had a world title challenger, Eubank Jr., big name. Like, that's not that Eubank Jr. Conor Ben. It's not, that's on the zone. It's not BBC. Like, it's already started. This is a massive, massive step backwards. Like, you can't say this is a great deal and all that. When Ben Whittaker's ready at a certain level, he's going to leave you. So you're just going to be there getting fighters ready for Frank Warren and Eddie Hearn to take over, because they're not going to do pay-per-views on BBC, like you say, free to air. It's just the zone's the place to be, not BBC. I don't know what this BBC business is about. Why would you? Maybe it's the only way he could keep his business alive. And then you're just going to have to let him fight on other shows, anyone who he's got left who wants that. This is not good. Not good. So, Gareth A. Davies, a few interesting points that he was making about it. Let's have a look, because obviously he's a journalist. He's got the inside track sometimes.
If I'm being fair about Ben, I don't think he fostered all the relationships he could have the entire time. I know that many of us in the industry wanted him to succeed. And I wish him all the best with BBC iPlayer, BBC Sounds, which are going to come to anyway, and where they go with that. It's not the same kind of platform. Even though you and I were looking up the figures earlier, I thought it was 9 million subscribers to BBC iPlayer. It's 16 now, over 16 million. Obviously, there's a huge resonance there with the numbers, but it's still potluck in terms of picking up those viewers, if you like, unless you drive the platform, unless you drive the promotion of what's coming up. Because as you know, when you go on to BBC iPlayer, you just go on to watch a certain thing that you're going to watch. You don't just go on there by chance and there's boxing on there. It'll go on there, it'll stay on there. And as we know with algorithms, with YouTube channels now, with platforms, do people go back and watch it? Only if it's a massive event.
Yeah. Well,
Just going to drop that there. Only if it's a massive event. How are they going to get the fighters to fight to make it a massive event without the money? Because you think about the money that's available in Saudi Arabia. No one is going to want to go and fight on the BBC for shit money unless it's good money for them for an English title or for a British title. And people, unless they're big names, people don't want to see that. So if Ben Whittaker's fighting for a British title, yeah, and he's got an all right dance partner, they might be able to pull it off. But this just, it's just not going to work, man. It's just going to end up being like Channel 5, like every once in a while, there's a fight on there. And sometimes you don't even know that they're on. That's what's going to happen, in all honesty. It's, I'm feeling for them. I really am feeling for Boxer, because this is just like 10 steps backwards. It really is. Considering where he was, Coley was mandatory for Dubois' belt. Eubank Jr., Conor Ben rematch on the cards. They had that deal to come with, because obviously still partner. He had Joshua Buatsi, and now look, this isn't the way back. Because if he's in a contract with BBC, he's going to have to build these fighters for other people to take the credit for when they're world champions. Because they're not going to be able to stay at BBC and fight on BBC. No one's ever going to do that. It's just not going to happen. That was a bad move. Really, really. The zone was the only place to go if you wanted to push on. Obviously, I don't know why, because they can give all the superlatives that they want in that Talksport morning interview. You know, it's you say how great it is for boxing, how amazing, how many people are watching it, all that shit. No one cares. That's not gonna take into the next level in boxing as a promoter to be competing. Not a fan. It's just gonna be, we get to see some extra domestic fights now and again. It's nothing amazing. like what everyone's saying. For me, I don't believe so. All right, let me know your thoughts. Like and subscribe.